Just pull the trigger, son. It's going to be a little, you know, like you don't know whether you should or you shouldn't, but you know that the pressure's on and you better do it. Okay? And you pick up the gun and then you point it.
No.
All right? Okay?
Here it comes. 3 feet. Right now.
So ridiculous. This is scary.
Right there, you can start the dialogue. Come on. 2 weeks after I got off of the set, I got shot. I was blind instantly. I got shot in the face, in the neck, the arm, my chest, my head. It's kind of ridiculous being a victim of a drive-by shooting when I just done an act for a drive-by, you know? I didn't even get to see the movie.
Joy is one of the gang members who acted in American Me, a movie I directed about Mexican-American gangs. What happened to Joy is typical of gang life in East Los Angeles. I grew up in this neighborhood. Gangs were active when I was a kid, but today the violence is much worse. Last year, there were over 800 gang-related murders in Los Angeles County alone. This is a documentary about what we learned from the gang members who helped us make American Me on the streets of East LA and in the prisons of California.
Tenemos que ir, tenemos una fiesta que hacer, sí, vamos. No, yo tengo que ir con los compañeros, tengo que hacer una persona nueva que tengo ahí. Hasta luego, man, me fui. Me lo saca a casa. ¿Qué hay? A todas las muchachas, yo les digo, ay, estate en el piso, como una jeva, pero baila esta canción porque la letra es nueva. Y hasta que termine van a estar animados con especial dedicación para los que esperaron. En el medio por algo así tan rico.
The name of the gang right here in the project is Big Hazard. We expand to the other side of White Side, to the roller coasters, towards Lincoln Park. And that's our area. This is all Hazard. Grandin has been here since the project's ever been built.
The name of our gang is MC4s. Like you can see right there, it's MC4ceros. This is the heart of our neighborhood, Michigan Avenue, MC4s. As you can see right here, we had a mural, but the cops came and crossed the side.
We are what you could say a big family, Big Hazard, you know? And if anything happens to one of our homeboys, we react by going into it. What happened? Who did it? And we will look for revenge.
Another neighborhood comes down to our neighborhood and cross the side. That's where the trouble starts, you know. We get mad and we just say, you know, let's go to their neighborhood. We see one of them. Let's kill them, you know. We don't care.
Everyone would choose to make a movie in the midst of these gangs, but I wanted the story to be realistic. We began shooting in the Boyle Heights section of East LA. And now we've all made movies. The only difference between this movie and other movies is that we're stuck in between a war zone. We're right in the cusp of like 3 different groups of kids. And what Anna's afraid of, and rightfully so, is that there are so many kids here. And she's afraid that it's going to cause a confrontation.
Don't start giving them the power because then they believe in taking over.
My biggest concern was safety. By bringing in hundreds of people that are normally not here, it'd be very easy for someone to drive by and fire a shot.
Checking it out, and you can be going through your stacks of 45s, making sure you have the right ones, you know, for later in the party, right? Okay, just to give you some business to do. This is all I do right now. This is all you're gonna do right now, just so we establish.
There was no way we could film in these neighborhoods without the cooperation of rival gangs. After weeks of negotiation, they agreed to a truce, and many became actors in the movie.
Acting like it don't hurt, you know what I mean? But it hurts, and you're watching, and you're sitting there going, yes, I was, okay? And action!
The primera lives, that's it. It lives through us. It gives to us. It is us.
Simón, esa es ubicana.
It's all we've ever had.
They're here together. They're working from 5 o'clock in the evening to 5 o'clock in the morning. It's real stressful. It's real heavy. They become sleepy, irritated.
Everybody can't go one.
Ana Lizárraga. She's a former gang member who now works to keep kids out of gangs. She's lost several family members to gang violence.
How many have you got from Hazard?
Her job was keeping peace on the set.
We have hired the kid that might just have been out of jail for 3 days and needed a job. We hired the kid that was pulling out of a game but didn't have the tools to pull out of the game. So they have a different experience. They're real excited in making this movie because each one of them had a role in a part in it.
All right, Neto up there.
Some of the kids also helped decorate the sets.
He made me a deal. I put his name somewhere prominent. He paid for me.
There's the art department, that's me. Before you go out your door, you pray, God, I hope I don't get shot today. I mean, it's already in your conscience before you walk out your door. If you're in a gang, you're not living life. Because wherever you go, you gotta be looking over your shoulder. Even in your own neighborhood, in your own territory, you gotta just make sure, just to be sure, nobody there.
The gang members we worked with have a lot in common with the characters in American Me. The film follows the life of Santana. Santana's gang was his family. One night, Santana and his gang decide to test their machismo. They get busted. A short sentence in juvenile hall turns into 18 years in prison. Santana becomes the leader of one of the most ruthless and powerful gangs in prison history. Any one of these kids can turn out to be a Santana. Like him, they want to make a mark on the world. They're in search of identity, a sense of belonging.
To write it down on walls is an important thing for us gangs, so we could get known to other gangs. It's like advertising our own gang. When I see other gangs graffiti in my neighborhood, we feel mad because they ain't supposed to come in and disrespect our neighborhood. If we see them, we're gonna do something. We got something to shoot them with, they're gonna get shot at. We're really fighting about neighborhoods disrespecting other neighborhoods. They come over here, start shooting at us, but there's sometimes that they're too scared that they don't want to get off the cars or nothing. They just shoot the stupid way and hit innocent people. This is the spot where they killed one of my homeboys, Tico. His name was Javier Gonzalez. He was shot 3 times by a .45 caliber gun. He passed away on April 8, 1990. It makes me angry because he was the one that started our neighborhood, MC4s. He was just like a brother to me, because I never had brothers. And he used to care for me a lot. We used to care for each other. He never let me down in any other way, not even to all the homeboys.
I remember when we were just a couple of mocosos, causing trouble all the time and getting caught with babosos. But it was fun and we had so many good times. Me and you, we put our troubles behind. It was the two of us, kicking it day and night, looking forward to the chance that we would get in a fight. Toe-to-toe street boxing, putazos cada día. Then we met up with some vatos that belong to a pandilla. They hit us up, where you from? I said, nowhere, man. They replied real quick and said, get jumped into a gang. Nosotros controlamos aquí, chavalas. We heard that you were tough as savage, que we call the balas. I looked at my carnal, my homie, my dog. Before I had a chance to gangster sit on with the law. Ran up to homeboy and I gave him a putazo. But tremendo grupo todavía no hizo caso. They jumped me from behind, I tried to hold my ground. Before I knew it, man, my bitch body went down in a daze. De verdad no me recuerdo. All I could remember was my homie sufriendo. It only lasted about a minute or two, but to me, it seemed like it would never be through. After they rushed us, they came and shook our vices. Now they respect us before they despised us. We're in a gang now, pues que modo. Me and my homie became two damn cholos. I remember you, homie. I remember you, homie. I remembered you like if it was yesterday.
It's a good thing that I'm still alive right now, bro. You know, I seen people get killed right here in front of me. I seen it happen, you know, with my eyes.
Then all of a sudden, we see another gang that was driving up slower. Everybody hit the floor. The shotgun rang. It was bang, bang, bang. I let out a rope because tenía dolor. I see my homeboy dying, man. I was crying, holding him tight because I was trying to keep him alive so the Lord wouldn't take him. His heart stopped beating, so I started to shake him. I said, please, don't die, mi carnal. If you do, then everybody van a pagar. He responded gently, gently as the double said, take care of my heifer because it's her that I love. Man, I went crazy. What would you do if you see your child's homie down in front of you? I remember you, homie. I remember you, homie. I remember you like if it was yesterday. Yes, I do. Yeah, I remember.
We're headed into probably the hardest point of the shoot. We now know that in the last week, there have been 3 deaths in the 2-block radius in which we're working, none connected with us. We've been very, very fortunate, and we want to just intensify that good luck that we've had by taking some more precautions.
Worst case scenario would be a drive-by shooting. Some of the things we look for are vehicles that are continually going by a couple, 3 times the type of vehicle, you know, a low rider, and just keeping your eyes open, staying on top of them and not letting them get the drop on you.
Everybody has guns in those gangs now. They really like it. They like that power, and they like the feeling of firing randomly into people who have nothing to do with anything. And it becomes a high. It's something that's not going to go away right away.
On the murder scene, another frustrating gang-related senseless claim. Victim, a young product of the project system. The sad fact is nobody's gonna miss him. True, if you may stand in disbelief, but the majority will side of the youth because of the fact he was a menace to society, and gang violence was his first priority. So now you take a look to see what this all got him. Someone quicker with the trigger, straight cool shot him. Dead in a puddle of blood he lay. Another typical day in the streets of LA. Homicide on the murder scene. Homicide on the murder scene.
I heard like shots. So when I heard the car behind me, I knew it was a drive-by. I turned this way. When I turned this way, that's when he shot me in the back. One of the bullets came out of right here. And the other bullet is to my arm right here. Another bullet. It hurted a lot. I couldn't breathe. I was scared. I wasn't afraid to die because I knew I was already dead. That's what I told myself, I'm dead. You know, why be afraid? I was afraid of where I was going to go from that point.